Alright, the last section here we're going to talk about is some of the historical stuff. And I'm going to go back, and this is a Kel-Tec P32. This is the mouse gun that really started the craze. I know Ruger's got super popular, but Ruger, the LCP1, they don't want me to tell you this, but they pretty much copied this one. Kel-Tec has always been on the cutting edge of stuff. They haven't been the greatest, how to put this, quality control or manufacturer of stuff, but their R&D is pretty cool. So they came up with stuff like this. And this is the actual gun. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about this one. I've had this one since 2003. I bought this one for almost 500 bucks back then. It wasn't on California's not unsafe gun list, so I couldn't buy it. I had to buy one used, so I bought one used in 2003. This one right here, this green one, it survived in my back pocket for armored car companies for years and years and years. It was my go-to backup little gun, and I liked it. It comes with magazine extensions. I used to carry it with a 10-round mag. Even with a 10-round mag, it would still fit in my back pocket, no problem. And I actually get a full grip on the dang thing when I do that. When you look at this gun, there is like no external controls on this thing at all. Even the magazine release is almost too small to use. That's the only external control, and you can see that the sights aren't even there. They're almost non-existent, and if you look at the sights, they are. So really what you got is a white dot up there that's manufactured into the slide, and then you've got this dot back here that's manufactured in the slide, and you just dot the eye. I can't even do it while I'm on camera talking about it. But you dot the eye and you shoot just like that. And you see the hammer right here. It's a double action only hammer. It fires, and it has to actually slide to be half cocked so it goes back. Since it's half cocked, it actually has a nice trigger pull. So I've got, I think, like 5 rounds in the mag here. I'm going to shoot a little group there just to see what this little no sights, no nothing can do. And then this one, it locked open that time. Yay, look at that. Sometimes they lock open, sometimes they don't. That's the only downside I have about this gun, really. I've probably got a couple thousand rounds through this thing, and it's rusted almost through a couple places. The finish is all worn off. I've shot it a bunch. That group downrange, I'm at 7 yards, and it's about that big. Not anything to write home about, but again, no sight. When I was carrying this thing every day and I used it and I was training with it, I can make body shots out to 25 yards. That was the top I could do with that gun, and I could do headshots at 5 yards. Not a bad little thing, but something that came from. And if you pull them apart, you'd look at the Ruger and the LCR, and you can really, or not the LCR, you look at the Ruger LCP and one of these little Kel-Tecs, and you can see which one it is. But the Kel-Tec is even smaller than the Ruger, which is kind of cool. When you want to get small guns, when I hold them up, you see that the Kel-Tec is even thinner than the Ruger 380. This one's the 32 version. Man, they are about the same size up and down, but you see the Ruger's just a little bigger all the way around. So kind of a cool little gun. For me, it's a blast from the past. It's history. I still have 2 of them. That's the one I've had originally. Right now, my wife's carrying the other one because I'm looking at my watch where she should be right now. But she's carrying the other one. Yes, it's a little pocket mouse gun at a 32. And with the 32 ammo, I definitely carry full metal jacket stuff to get in the deep. It's not the best of tools. It's not the worst of tools. It's an older design, but Ruger's copied it, and Taurus has copied it, and all these other companies are copying it. It's a really good design. It just wasn't done real well back in the day. Now with better manufacturers, I think Ruger makes a way better product. I wouldn't buy the Kel-Tec again. I'd buy the Ruger, but it's a great little gun. I have another piece of history here. I went back into the gun safe when we did mouse guns, and I have this one. I'll bring it over here. This is probably the ugliest gun that ever lived. This is what they would call a Saturday night special. This is a 22 6-shot revolver. It's ultra small, ultra light. It falls apart. It has all sorts of problems to it. And you can see, but how small it is when I pull up my Ruger LCR, the size of a J's frame. 32. Yeah, you can see it's super small, right? It's smaller than anything you'd have. I got this one, and I don't know where we came up with it, but I traded and traded and traded again, and I came up with this one. I carried an ankle for a little while in the armored car gig. Didn't really like it. The stocks didn't fit. You can see they're 2 different colors. I don't even know which one's the original and which one I grabbed from something else and put on there, and we made it fit. Me and my father, we're always tinkers. But I got some 22s, and you know, 22s are just fun. I got these 22 CCI quiets, and these things are like shooting a gun with a suppressor on it, just because there's almost no powder in these 22s. They're not going supersonic. They won't cycle any of your auto loaders in 22 long rifle, but in a little revolver or something, and then this revolver is so bad I gotta push the rounds in, gotta get that fast, and it wouldn't really work when I fired double action fast. I don't even know what kind of group I can get. I haven't fired this thing probably in 10 years. Well, it's hitting them all. There's a fail to fire. There's a fail to fire. There it is. There's the other one. So you can see when they say these stupid little Saturday night specials, they're not kidding how bad they are. If I was going to try to carry that one again, I'd make sure the timing was right and the springs worked. I haven't carried it. Like I said, I haven't shot it in 10 years. It's been sitting in the safe. Surprised it's not rusted through yet because of the amount of the elect I give it. But it's a cool gun. You can see how quiet it is and how little they are. They're just almost nothing. Let's check out some groups. So here we are with that little Kel-Tec 32, and you can see it's 7 yards. I'm grouping a little left and off, but you know, not too bad actually. About 4 inches, give or take 5. It would do the job at 32, at 7 yards, and everybody calls them a belly gun. I told you I get 25-yard hits out of it. Not too shabby. Here I am looking at that 22 target. You see that 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually have 6 of them. But it groups high and left. The left a little bit bigger. It's not pretty. They're not together. It looks like a shotgun pattern. That gun probably retailed at 20 bucks when it came out. I actually traded a airsoft gun, not an airsoft, a pellet gun for it at one time. So yeah, I got what I paid for. But hey, kind of an old piece of history. I actually have a Saturday night special that they wanted to outlaw for a while. So Bob's going to shoot the little 22 with the CCI quiets. See how much quiet they are too. But yeah, look at that little, it's a little nasty little gun. See if you can hit the target with that thing even, Bob.
About 2 trigger presses per round.
Did you even hit the target?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Think I did.
That thing is pretty nasty, huh?
Yeah, that is kind of a.
And then to unload it, you have to pull the front out, and then push the cylinder in.
Pull the front out.
So pull right there, the latch. Now push the cylinder. There you go. And now you can dump them out.
Okay, got it. Yeah, crude gun.
So crude and not fun, but hey, it's a 22, and like I said, they retail probably at like 20 bucks when they came out, if that. And I traded a.
I heard some steel dinging.
He can't see the.
No, those are my hits.
Okay.
Those are my hits because we painted the target.
So here's the other one. You can shoot
32.
32.
Man, I hit all 6 of them. See?
Okay.
Actually, the accuracy wasn't bad, but the accuracy on that Saturday night special wasn't too bad. But the thing, I had to press the trigger twice to fire 1 round.
I don't know if it's dirty or if it's just that's the way it is. I always had problems with that one actually.
Now you're 32. This is a cool little gun. Let's get some headshots here.
There you go.
All 6 in the head.
And actually, he shot that thing I think better than I did.
All 6 in the head. All 6 in the head, and nice soft shooting gun. So you know, I would say that this is probably also a very good concealed carry choice.
So at 7 yards, you can still do all headshots with that. So that was pretty cool.
Let's go look at my headshot groups and the groups with the Saturday night special. So these are 7 yard, almost 8 yard headshots with the 32 and this is the 22, the Saturday Night Special.
It groups exactly the same spot.
You know, the accuracy of the Saturday Night Special is not bad, but I had to press that trigger 2 times to fire 1 round.
Yeah.
This is your little Kel-Tec. You know, your Kel-Tec sort of felt like that Ruger LCP-2 380. It's very similar to me, anyway. Very similar.
It's funny because they were designed the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, same design, but I thought that there was going to be a lot less recoil with the 32, but not really. Not for me.
It doesn't recoil at all to me. I can feel it and shoot it, but I think your group is actually better than mine was with that 32. So, yeah, not bad. I mean, he pulled 1 round out a little bit, but still, all headshots, they're all in that pocket.
And by the way, that 32, it has no sights, really, not really. So this shows that you don't really need to have decent sights on a gun. If you know what you're doing and you practice and you train, you can shoot well without good sights.
Don't worry about the sights. Pick the ones you like and go with it.
Yeah.
Bob, how about your show?
Handgun World Podcast. For 9 years, I've been doing audio podcasts called Handgun World Podcast. I'm putting them out the 1st and 15th of every month. Check it out. Go to handgunworld.com. Also on iTunes or Apple Podcasts.
So, and my own show is called Modern Self-Protection. I've been doing that for about 8 years now. I get out a show about once a week. You can go over to modernselfprotection.com and see that one, or you can check it out on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, and like 3 other ones that I can't remember that I put it on. But if you find good podcasts, you'll find mine there. And then we've got the best thing for you guys is our membership, the Shooters Club. We've talked about it a couple times in this episode. We're going to let you know one more time. ShootersClubMembers.com. Go there to get the next best thing to training. In-person training is always the best, but the next best thing would be from a couple guys that are, well, pretty good at what we do. And then we've broken it down, and we've taught hundreds, if not going on 1,000 civilian students, probably together at this point.
Pretty close, yeah.
So you get our knowledge of all of that in the Shooters Club. We'll break down each technique for you from a basic level all the way to the advanced. We'll give you all the little things you need to do if you're a basic shooter, and then you get those, and then you can tag on all the little advanced stuff.
And Ben just put up a new video about shooting a revolver effectively. A little
double-action triggers.
Small double-action trigger revolver.
Yep.
All right, you want to throw some lead down range?
We got all these guns. Yes, I'm going to get my carry gun and
Glock 42. That's the best part.